Hello. Hello. I'm going to give at least about 4 minutes for everyone to get on, and then I'm looking forward to getting started.
Yay, I'm excited.
Happy Tuesday.
Yes, happy Tuesday.
How was your weekend?
It was really good. I was a little bit afraid yesterday, though my power went out. So I'm glad
Oh
I didn't miss
no.
any emails from you.
Oh my gosh. Well, how is it? Hopefully you're back and everything is back in order and you're fully powered up.
Yes, it was a bit of luckily, since yesterday was President's Day, I did not have any external meetings. So it couldn't
Oh
have
my
happened at
gosh.
a better
And
time.
wait, and where are you located again?
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh no.
Yep. Yep.
What a way to start your weekend. End your weekend. That was not a way. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry you had that
luckily,
experience.
oh, no problem. Luckily, I'm about a block away from a Trauma One hospital, so usually they move fast when something
Okay, well, good. I'm glad that they responded fast because that
happens.
is not any way to have your week and your week start off.
Yes. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was really good. I actually had an opportunity to finally probably a year, what do you call it? A year overdue. I got to repot some of my plants that needed some much needed
Oh,
loving.
nice.
So that was
Yes.
exciting and got to catch up. I feel like with some work. I feel like sometimes things are, ongoing. So
Yeah.
that was lovely to catch up.
Yes. Yeah. Completely agree.
Okay, we're gonna get started right at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna pour myself a glass of water. So um, I'm gonna mute myself really quickly.
All right. Same. So I can't start my video. Is that okay, or will it start once my time?
Oh no. Hello everyone. I was just talking up a storm. Happy New Year. If I haven't had an opportunity to wish you all one, we hope that your new year has been going amazing so far. My name is Anisha Hughes. I'm the founder and CEO for the Big Sister Little Sister Mentoring Program. And I have Elle Freeman here today. Elle is our program success manager at Kronos. She helped us make sure that our BSLS PMP, which stands for Professional Mentoring Program, is successful. So we thank you and we're so grateful that you all have made time on this lovely Tuesday to check in with us and in the chat, because I want us to make sure we ask questions throughout this. I want you to make sure that you get off get off this workshop understanding clearly not only how to utilize the platform, but how to make sure that you get off to a great start with your mentee. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let us know. I will be sharing my screen shortly, but I want us to get acquainted. So if you can write in the chat where you're tuning in from, because this is a virtual program, so you all can mentor our members from anywhere in the country. So let us know where you're tuning in from. We would love to see what coast or side of the world you are on. And in the meantime, I am going to share my screen. Okay, I'm hoping everyone can see that very clearly. And I am going to get started. Hopefully everyone can hear me clearly. And again, this is an interactive workshop, so please ask questions, get the clarity so we can make sure that you're off to a successful start. So BSLS mentoring program, our professional mentoring program, is powered by Chronos. And we're gonna let's see. So the overall, why mentoring is important and the goal of this program, one, so BSLS, we have 11 chapters across the US, and that is 11 schools that we're at, and we're growing. In the fall, we're expected to add on new schools, and we're also this year celebrating 15 years anniversary, our 15-year anniversary. So BSLS, again, our program, this is for professional mentors, entrepreneurs, anyone that is looking to mentor our members in the organization. And we're excited to share more. So the goals and purpose is for students to get a mentor that can help them with career planning, and that can be any job specific, or let's say that you get matched with somebody and they are not necessarily that you can really guide them in their specified career field. Like maybe you're in medicine and they're a business student, there may be still some things you can help them with when it comes to building confidence, when it comes to the interviewing or promoting them or encouraging them to network, just various different things that you can still instill within them. So that's what we're hoping that you're able to be able to give to our students within the organization. And additionally, it gives an opportunity for our working professionals and entrepreneurs to give back in a way of your time by volunteering to mentor. And again, this is a year-long connection, but you can definitely renew with the same student. We hope that you continuously be a part of this platform for many years to come. So we're hoping that it's not a one and done year. And also the goal is to support the mission and purpose of BSLS while making sure that we provide more curated opportunities for our members to be impacted by you all, the professional mentors and entrepreneurs. So some of the program guidelines. So we want you to make sure that you're available and committed to the relationship. And again, we know that you possibly may be managing so much, whereas your family, your work, and anything that you may do outside of this, but we ask that you at least commit some time monthly to tune in and check in with your mentee, and we'll make sure that it is a mutual two-way street, because as we know, a mentor relationship takes two. So have an open mind and show empathy. We come from so many different backgrounds, and sometimes not everyone is up to speed or up to par with where you may have been at their age. So having grace and empathy and an open mind to mentor with a place out of love, and be realistic and set long-term and short-term expectations with your mentee. We also want to make sure that the mentors, that you be an active listener. I think so many times when you think of mentor, you think of you think of making sure that like you do a lot of the talking and lead the conversations, but sometimes it's nice to let the mentee also be in a driver's seat and speak more while being an active listener and understand what their needs are and what their goals are to make sure that you can show up in the best way possible for them. And an example that I like to seldomly use with this is like a baby shower or a wedding. Sometimes when someone is having a baby shower or wedding, they create a registry of things that they want. And sometimes you may be like, well, this is what I want to get them, which is nice, but it's nice to make sure that we try to get what's on that registry. So that's my analogy when I'm saying meet their needs and goals, knowing that that can differ from what yours are. And not only do we encourage you to be an active listener, but we also encourage our mentees to be active listeners and to respect your time, because this is time that you've set aside to mentor them. And you could have been doing anything else with your time, but you chose to mentor them. So we want to make sure that they are honoring your time as well. Some of the mentor expectations that we've set, just to make sure that we're off to a clear understanding and making sure that this is something that you can commit to, is that one, we want to let you know that anyone can be a mentor. So whether you're a working professional, an at-home mother, whether you're an entrepreneur, whatever you may do, because being an at-home mom is still a very full-time job, a 24/10 job, not even 24/7, 24/10. So and then our suggested time commitment, this is just a suggestion, is that you meet with your mentee 30 minutes weekly or 1 hour biweekly. You can even do 1 hour monthly, whatever your time allows. This is just a suggested to make sure that it's some consistent mentoring, at least on a monthly basis or the biweekly basis that you're touching bases, just to make sure you're able to truly impact this student's life. Some of the things that we suggest as far as touch points is Slack, email, we even Zoom, so many different ways that you can connect, FaceTime or text messaging, whatever you prefer, but Slack, email, Zoom are great ways to also connect. I'm a mentor and I also have mentors. And me and my mentors, we kind of talk regularly through email, but we also meet monthly for an hour on Zoom. And some of the things that you can do is goal and vision setting with them when on your first encounter with them, to try to see what their goals are, what their expectations are out of this mentor relationship. So kind of lead them and guide them by putting the ball in their court, asking them, what are your goals? What are your visions? What are your plans once you graduate? And how can I be of support in that? Just some suggested ways when to make sure that your first encounter with them is successful. And please, I would love to hear from you all. So this is an interactive session, so please feel free to write comments. Don't forget to let us know where you're tuning in from too. Also share your expertise so they know, like when they're setting their goals or their visions, is if you have anything that you can connect and match it to where it aligns in your life, be sure you share that with them so they can get more acquainted and feel more comfortable and confident sharing things with you as well. Another thing I always like to point out is with my mentors, I not only learn from them, but they also learn from me. We're in such a digital age and things of always progressively going. So it's nice to not always be doing the teaching, but also we can always learn from our younger generation. I have 7 nieces and nephews for my siblings. My youngest is 6 weeks. I have some toddlers, and even my oldest niece is 18 years old. And I learned so much from the 6-week-old up until the 1 and 2-year-old up until the 18-year-old. And it's so amazing. Even the ones that my 6-week and 1 and 2-year-old, that 1-year-old niece and nephew that are not doing a lot of talking, I learned so much from their nonverbal communication and even their babbling, and they're trying to learn to do things. So I'm saying this to say that we're always can be in a position to where we can learn as well from the people who we're mentoring. Also, some of our expectations is to build community. So with you may be matched with, depending on what you do in your profile, whether you say you want to be matched with one or two mentees, like this is a way to like build community. You never know where this mentee mentor relationship can go to. I'm actually still connected to my first grade teacher. She's actually kind of become more of my godmom and mentor as well. And she also, again, learns from me. And we've built community with one another. And she's actually become an extended part of my family. She was, my sister invited her to her wedding, to the baby shower, just so many different things. She's become a part of my life in a way that never thought possible. You know, literally, she was my teacher in first grade. We ran into each other, I think, when I was 18 or 19. And then we have been connected ever since. Initially, she didn't recognize me and I didn't recognize her, but she saw my mom, recognized my mom. And so we were able to rekindle, and now we're still building community. So you never know where this mentee mentor relationship can go. So we just hope that you're able to really build community and make an impact in this person's life. And you may not be requested as a mentor in this cycle. So we're hoping, so what that means is in the mentee, they get matched with an algorithm. They select you, and then you can, if I'm not mistaken, Elle, correct me if I'm wrong or right. Once they request the mentor can then deny or approve them.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so so the mentees on their side, they type in the things that they want within a mentor based on their profile. So if you fit that, then they'll have a screen where they can go through and select you. And hopefully you all can see a visual of this. We may or may not be able to provide that. I'm hoping so though. So you can see what we mean. So they'll get to, it'll be a screen. It may be 2 to 15 mentors that come up that they match with, and they can request to match, I believe, up to 3 people. And then from there, you can approve or deny them. So maybe, and again, I don't know what would be a reason that you may deny them, but I mean, it's up to your discretion. So but again, then this is your way to ask questions. And this is one of my favorite photos. This is actually some of our students at Florida A&M University. They were having their pairing ceremony. They have, because there are 2 different, we do a lot of different types of mentoring within BSLS. We have peer-to-peer mentoring with their match with the little sisters, typically freshmen and sophomores, a match with juniors, seniors, and grad students to be their mentors. So they have that form of peer-to-peer mentoring, and then this is the level up when they're matched with one of you. So here are some mentoring resources, and you all will get a copy of this. We'll make sure that we drop it in the we'll make sure we drop it in the resource center within Chronos so that you all have access to it. So you will get a copy of this slide with some of the resources of how to be a good mentor. And this is just some of our, again, some of the mentor expectations that you can go over that is on our homepage in the BSLS Chronos, our BSLS Chronos homepage. And this is just some guidelines, some do's and don'ts of mentoring. If you click here, and then this is a resource on how to mentor someone who doesn't know what their career goals should be. So sometimes we may have mentees that may be undecided in their major. So they may not know where they want to go. And so you may be like, well, how do I mentor someone that don't know what they want to do? And so this is a great resource if you get a mentee that is not sure what they want to do and what their life looks like. And that's where you come in and possibly help guide them and maybe pull in some personal things that help you decide what your purpose and passion was. I'm going to go to the chat for a second to see. Thank you so much for that, Elle. Let me see if I can get that fixed. Hold on one second. Hi, Maya. I see that you have your hand raised. Let me see how I can actually answer questions. Um, you can type your question, Maya. I see your hand was raised because I'm not sure how we can allow you to speak since this is more of a webinar. And Elle, I'm working on that right now. I'm not sure how that happens, but no worries. We're going to get that figured out expeditiously. And do we have any questions so far with what we've presented so far in this webinar? Does anyone have any questions of how to navigate? Anything as far as how it can relate to being of assistance with this, with our platform? Maya, if you can put your chats, if your question in the chat, that would be so wonderful.
And we do have someone who's noted that the chat is disabled, but the Q&A function is currently working. So we are seeing your questions come through on the Q&A.
Okay, check now to see if the chat is still disabled. I think and if not, the Q&A is working. Yes. Maya, thank you for your question. Each chapter will get a webinar. We'll get the resources after this webinar. You get the entire presentation. And Elle, I am still working on troubleshooting this because I'm not sure. I'm not a huge expert in navigating.
Oh,
Um,
that's fine. I can do my presentation without my camera off, just out of respect for everyone's time. That's fine.
okay, okay, and I'll still try to troubleshoot it. You are able to share your screen,
Okay.
and I'll still try to work on making sure we can get your video going. And thank you so much for also being mindful of time. Are you able to, hold on one second, okay. Are you also able to share your screen to kind of give them a visual of how they go about, like once they do get matched, how that will look on their end?
Yeah, I had in the presentation.
Okay, perfect. Let me get
Yeah.
it pulled back up. And can you also, okay, and also you should be able to maybe now also share your turn on your screen, hopefully.
Fortunately, I can't. Still
Oh
getting the error.
no, okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, well, we tried. Okay, let me get the presentation back pulled up so we can share. Okay. So once you get to the home screen of the platform, this is what it looks like. So you'll see an option where it says join now. Once you get to the join now, you select join as a mentor. Again, this is only for our professionals. If we have any of our members on this webinar, you will be joining as a mentee. You will not join as a mentor. You will join as a mentee. All the working professionals, entrepreneurs, you will join as a mentor. From there, Oh, go ahead.
Yep. I was just saying that something to keep in mind, depending upon which sign up option that you select, it will create a new account because, for instance, if you use an email and create a password, that is now your login. However, if you then forget that you used email last time and then use LinkedIn to sign in the next time, you would be creating a new account. So at that point, you would definitely want to, in each screen at the top right of each screen, it'll say contact administrator. Just contact administrator if you log in and you feel like you're starting to fill out a profile and it's not the same actual profile that you originally started, please just reach out to administrators to make sure that you're not duplicating your effort. Another area that I wanted to call out is that although you're saying join as and then you're doing the join as option, you're not going to be directly allowed to enter the Cronus platform. You'll receive a separate email to complete your profile, and that email that you received is tied to your email address. So you cannot share that email with others. However, you can definitely share the bsls.cronus.com link with others so that they do have the ability to actually log in. But just know that you can't share passwords. Can we go to the next screen? So after you select to actually click on that email that you receive, you will be directly brought into a space where you can start completing your profile question. Something to keep in mind, if you don't immediately see the email in your inbox, please check your spam folder just to make sure that you receive that confirmation email. So, right now, currently, we will start processing applications every Friday. So, any applications that we get this week, just know that processing will begin Friday of this week. And that also includes for the mentees as well. Any question as you're going through, if it is mandatory, you will see an asterisk next to the question. And although I know it can be tempting to just say next to questions that aren't mandatory, do keep in mind that the matching is going to be based on whether a question what's in your profile. Your mentees are going to be going through your profile and reading your responses. And so the more that you can fill out in the profile, the better the match will be. And that will just skip a step if, for instance, one of the mentees has a specific question that pertains to your actual profile question, you don't have to answer that one on one individually as you continue to get requests. Now, if you do see a lock icon, that means that that information is not public information. And if you hover over a lock icon, you can see who has access to that information. A great example is that recently we changed phone numbers so the visibility would actually only be if you were in a relationship so that people couldn't look on the platform and other mentees or mentors that you're not connected with don't have access to that type of information. And just as I noted before, just fill out as many profile fields as possible so that you can become active in a as a program participant. If you stop at any point throughout the process, you would be considered unpublished. You can always come back, but you wouldn't be considered an active participant of the program until you complete all the questions and your application is processed. And just so you know, I do have up right now on my screen the Q&A. So definitely if you have any questions as we're going, I will answer live as we're going through this process. Go through the next screen. So once you're accepted into the platform, the first thing that you will receive is an email notification letting you know that your application has been received. Now, once a mentee reaches out to you, this is the screen that Anisha referred to, where if you see at the top right of the image I've included where it says mentoring request one, you will also receive an email once you receive a mentoring request. And just so you know about the timing of these requests, the first day that a mentee sends a request, you will receive an email, and then you'll receive an email 3 days after that request has been pending, just as a reminder. If you do not approve or deny that request will automatically close after 14 days. We do ask that you go in and you approve those requests ASAP. I understand it can be hard to deny a student, but there is a space that allows you to actually know why you might think that this might not be a great fit. And that can include you already have a mentee because those pending requests, if you do have the maximum amount of mentees, that's not going to automatically close. And I know it can be tempting to do that soft no by just waiting the 14 days, but for the mentees experience, The quicker you say no, the quicker they can go back onto the platform and find a new mentor to reach out to. And while you're waiting for a mentee to connect with, we do have those available help resources. You'll notice there's 7 help resources at the top, the first starting with frequently asked questions. That's a great space to spend your time while you're waiting for a mentee to reach out, just learning more about the platform, about the program, and expectations of a mentor in this platform. You can go on to the next one. So this is kind of mirroring a lot of what the previous slide talked about is how to really start those mentoring relationships. And it's just that reminder to getting acquainted and really setting those agreements, which are built in the actual connection plan, which we'll have a screen share of next, as well as breaking the ice by really sharing those bits about your role, your career interests, and your personal interests that are special to you, that makes your style of mentoring special and specific to you as an individual. And always ask those questions and align those expectations, including the frequency and preferred modes of communication as well. Throughout the connection plan, we have built in the reminders for the mentees because it is on the mentees to reach out and ask to be your mentor and to really drive those relationships. But at the same time, as a mentor, we do want you to be aware of what we are communicating to mentees as well. And so just remember to remind your mentoring partner what is shared will also remain confidential because that is also extremely important to our mentees as well. So the next slide. So this is kind of giving you a preview into everything that you can do in the connection plan and also a preview of the types of goals that we have in the connection plan. So you can chat directly in the platform and that aligns to at the top, the bar, you see the purple highlight under plan. So that's right now we're seeing the actual mentoring plan itself. In this plan, Anisha is actually the mentor. And so you can see that CA would be me, Cronus admin. I'm supposed to be scheduling a first meeting and setting up a meeting. Anisha's supposed to be also preparing for our first meeting. However, the tasks are separate. So we can have insights in what to the other person we're connected with is supposed to be doing and actually watch them mark off their process. And also we can be sure of who the expectation falls on to completing that specific task. We can also schedule meetings directly in the platform. I do suggest that you attach your schedule, your actual calendar when you're in the process of signing up to make those scheduling meetings a lot easier. The tool will be able to read your available versus busy times so that your mentees wouldn't be reaching out and trying to meet in a time when you're already committed to another meeting. And it's just mainly for ease of scheduling that we suggest that you connect your calendar. Outside of the goals that we have already identified that we would like you to work on, we also have the capability for you to add actual goals that you and your mentee agree upon and add due dates to those goals. If you notice on the right side of the plan, you have the built out dates. These dates are based on a 6-month connection. And so you might want to add a goals that are individual of what the plan is actually calling out, and you can space them throughout the goals. So as you're meeting, as Anisha already highlighted, that half an hour or 1 hour every other week, that you actually know what you're working on and you're working towards actually completing these goals. Another part of the platform, which is amazing, is this private journal. This journal is only visible with this screenshot because I put Anisha and I in a connection together. When we say it's a private journal, we truly mean that I cannot see that, Anisha cannot see it. No one can see the thoughts that you're writing as a journal. That is truly a personal space for you to really track your feelings, your thoughts, any types of to-dos you want to about your relationship in your mentoring connection. So as you go through within that 6-month connection, you will be checking off tasks. You will get reminders as any tasks are outstanding. And I always like to highlight please complete the surveys. You'll notice towards the end of the plan, there's that 30-day check in surveys. This is how we get the feedback to know is what we have in this goal, does it apply to your mentoring relationship? Is there something that we need to add? How are you feeling about this relationship? That's the type of feedback that can make sure that we are using it to continuously improve the program and everyone's experience. So I definitely suggest that you use those actual surveys to give us that feedback. Nisha and I will be reviewing at set time, so it's definitely not going to go unread. And I know I'm a fast talker, so if I'll just pause if anyone wants to add any Q&A. This was essentially the end of my presentation. I believe the next slide is just the Q&A slide if you want to open it completely up to questions. I believe you're muted again.
Hello, we want to make sure that, again, we answer all questions. We know we went through that pretty fast and we still have about a good solid 29 minutes you all have from us because we got through that pretty expeditiously. But we wanted to make sure that we carve out time for Q&As and also making sure that you all properly know how to access the platform. And I'm going to also
It was mentioned that not everyone would get matched during this cycle. If not, what is the next cycle?
This is a great question. This is a great question. So we're hoping with our mentees, everyone does get matched. So we've been focusing on onboarding mentors just because we have so many mentees. Again, we're at 11 chapters and we have members at all chapters. So we'll have plenty of mentees, but we want to make sure they have mentors. And so that our next focus is to get them signed up. And so we're hoping that everyone gets a match. So if you have any other family, friends, coworkers who you would like to recommend to join this platform, we highly encourage that as well, so that we can make sure we have a plethora of mentors. And we're hoping that everyone, like once we do get all the mentees, because it'll kind of be a rush with the mentees just because we have so many. So if everyone, we're hoping that our mentor base continues to grow alongside our mentees, because we're still letting them know about this new professional mentoring. They know about it, but we're making sure we keep the buzz there, just because they're so acquainted to only having the peer-to-peer mentoring. We want to make sure that they feel confident and excited about the professional mentoring program, which many of them very much so are. So we just got to make sure we have enough mentors. So this basically, I'm going to say the cycles, I'm going to say we're going to kind of constitute them as weekly cycles. So we don't have all our mentees in the system just yet. So some of them are in the system and you may get matched. So every week, every Friday, we'll be approving people to get in the platform. Once we approve you, that doesn't mean that you're automatically matched with your mentee. Your mentee still has to match and select you to be their mentor. And then you still have to take that extra step to approve them. So there are several steps. So we basically every week will be a new cycle. So I'm going to say that, correct me if I'm wrong, Elle, but this is just, so if you don't get matched within this week, there's a potentially that it could be next week or the following week. So we're hoping on a Friday eventually that you'll be matched.
Yeah. Yeah, you're correct. The other piece, and Lauren, I'll address your question in a moment. Along with that piece, I want to call out if you're in the platform and you go under edit profile, one thing that you are able to do under your settings is you can set yourself as unavailable. So let's say you might have a 2 week vacation. I'm very jealous, but congratulations. You can set yourself as unavailable for that time when you would not like to match with anyone. The way we would think about this program is more of an ongoing program. So you can use this when you're outside of a connection to remove yourself from the platform without truly removing yourself from the platform. And Lauren had a great question. She was asking me to repeat what I said about join now, login process, and sign in via Google linked in. So when you're first setting up your profile, you first just join as mentor. And you have these three options. I have email, my email is a Gmail, and I have LinkedIn. So all of these three join methods, it's going to consider you a new user. So for example, if I first sign up as email and then the next time I logged in, I completely forgot, which I do often because I usually use the Google to sign in, that would create a new record. So no matter, this is what I meant about there would be the contact administrator at the top right hand side of each page. Even if you are in the platform, you would be able to contact administrator to let them know, I'm so sorry, I created a new platform, a new license essentially and a new profile. Can you remove it? And there's a question about how long the mentoring relationship lasts. It is a 6-month connection, the relationship. And since we do have so much additional time, I can definitely go more into what the mentoring relationship looks like, using our closed mentoring relationship. Got another question coming in. If you'd like to end it early or extend it, how would that work? That is
Good
a great
question.
question. Yes, I am actually going to be doing something on the back end here. But one area that you will always have right now, this says that this relationship was closed. But in this section under mentoring connection summary, you will have the option to contact administrator. In that contact administrator, you can email and request to extend or to close the relationship early. So it'll be right in your connection plan of where you can do that item.
Really great question. That was a wonderful question. And also another way, because I know sometimes what we're going to do also is make sure that we put more the direct way to sign up. But if anything, if you ever forget like the URL to basically get to the sign up point, you can always go to our direct website, bigsisterlittlesister.org, go to programs, and then just select professional mentoring program, and that also brings you directly to the Chronos website for you to also be able to sign up for the platform as well to join now.
And we do have a question. Are the mentorships remote or in person?
Great question. So this is remote, but because so many people are in different sides of the world, sometimes your mentee may be in Houston or in Florida, somewhere in throughout the state of Florida, because we have a heavy presence in Florida. They may be in Michigan, so they may be so many places. But if you happen to be in that state, we do encourage you all to get acquainted through Zoom and in person first. But you're more than welcome to also meet in person. But for the most part, this is a remote mentorship. This is remote mentoring, but in the case that you all in the same city, then we do encourage it. And we also have in-person events. So if you're ever in the city and state where we host our in-person events, we hope that we hope that you will be able to come to those events that we offer for both the mentor and the mentee to be present at. And if so, we hope that you all can get acquainted in person that way at our BSLS official events. Great question. Great question. Keep the questions coming. We still have some time to address some questions. And should we not have any questions, then we can also end this workshop early. What I do want to do is one, thank you all again for your time, for your interest in being a mentor. And I know we had a couple mentees from our chapters on the workshop as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our mentee workshop that takes place on Thursday, and we'll post that information is up on our social media and also our website. If you go to our website and go to events, you'll see more information about our mentee workshop and also have the link to register and sign up for that Thursday. But this was our mentor kickoff workshop where we really want to give more insight and visuals of how it works, what the expectations can be, and just how you can get off to a great, successful start. So thank you all. Please share this with your community. If you know anyone else that would be interested in being a mentor, we need many more mentors. So please have them sign up, send them the link, and we hope that we continuously make this this professional mentoring within BSLS a movement and be able to impact young ladies all over the US, because we're all over the US now. I hope that we've answered everyone's questions. Maya, I know you had your hand raised. Um, you can ask your question in the Q&A. Hopefully we've answered your question, but if not, you can answer it in the Q&A. Unfortunately, the chat was disabled. I don't know why or how, but we'll have all of that worked out by the time our mentee workshop come. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. We're so excited to kick off this professional mentoring program. Our members, I know, are very much so excited as well. And Elle, thank you so much too for coming to represent Kronos and being an amazing success manager for BSLS.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm
Of
excited
course.
for all the amazing work that you're doing and everything that's going to come out of these mentoring relationships.
Me too. I'm excited as well. And Thursday we'll have everything worked out for your video. So my apologies. I have no idea. Um, And we just have a comment. I'm looking forward to the resources I can refer to regarding how to help little sisters find their passion and goals. Oh my gosh, that was so beautifully said. Yes, we're going to make sure that we share this presentation. This presentation will be available within your Chronos resource platform. One more thing, Elle, could you share your screen on how when they log into Chronos for those that are still on, and just because this will also be recorded, how they can access the resources within the Chronos platform?
Definitely. One moment.
So we're going to get that answered for you, that question for you, Miss Shalene.
So it will be these help resources are right here. So we have the frequently asked questions, how to get matched, the mentor guidebook. So the ones that we feel are extremely important for you to know are pinned here. However, on your left-hand navigation, you can view all of the help resources that are in the platform. So you can go through and see that we currently have 12 mentoring help resources here that are for mentors specifically. So this is where you will be able to find the presentation once we upload it after the event. Also, if you are already on the platform, you might have noticed that you were invited to this event. So any types of events that are going on, you will notice under community as well as on your home page. You'll be able to see any type of ongoing events underneath your activity.
Thank you so much, Elle.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that. You gave a bonus answer for the events because
Yes.
I forgot to highlight that. And I hope that we've answered everyone's questions. Shalene, thank you so much for your excitement I'm truly looking forward to being a great source and guide to your mentee. We're super excited too. We really cannot wait to see those surveys and those feedback, because not only will the mentee be able to answer those surveys of how things are going, but the mentor, right, Elle, they'll also get that check-in for us to
Yes.
know how things are going on their end as well.
Yes, they definitely will. And that's kind of like in the mentoring connection. Ours is closed because I'm no longer a mentee in the program. However, that was something that's the purple since I am right now, Anisha. This is saying go into the 30-day check-in survey and just clicking on that. It's taking me directly into the survey. So mentors and mentees do
So
get
this will
surveys.
definitely be crucial for us to know how things are going, figure out ways that we can improve this professional mentoring program, not only for you all as the mentors, but also for the mentees, because we want to make sure that you're getting the most and giving the most out of this experience within our reach. Of course. Thank you, Shalene. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for keeping us engaged with your amazing questions. We appreciate your time that you took out of your day to come and figure out how you can give back through mentoring. And we cannot wait to hear the feedback, not only from our mentors, but also from our mentees. You all continue being amazing. And we look forward to your feedback throughout this journey of our mentorship. It's so much power in mentorship. So we look forward to continuously impacting, and we're excited because BSLS has been professional mentoring has been something that we've been looking to do for some time now. So excited that we've finally successfully launched that division of mentorship for BSLS. All right, we still have about 14 more minutes. If you have any questions, comments, anything that you would like to share, we definitely would love to hear from you. And if we've answered all of your questions, thank you so much. Maya, I wish we had the chat. No wonder no one could write in the chat of where they were tuning in from.
Yes.
My apologies. I'm still learning this webinar. I'm not a subject matter expert in this, but I'm learning for the webinars. They're so different from the regular Zoom meetings. Maya, I hope we answered all of your questions. If not, I know you can always email me, Anisha at bigsisterlittlesister.org. You can always email me there with your questions. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting us know that your question was answered, Maya. Moi, let us know if you had any questions also. We're super excited to get Moi's actually the UCF chapter president at for BSLS at University of Central Florida. So we're
Oh,
looking
awesome.
forward to getting more of the members there set up to be mentees within this platform, and bringing back the alumni so they can come back and be mentors within the platform as well.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mhm. Moi, did you have any questions? Again, I wish this chat was working, but you can just, there should be an area where you can press Q&A. Yes, Moi, please do. Excuse me. Hold on one second. My voice is trying to give in. But yes, I'm so glad that you found this helpful. And please do share it with the UCF alumni so they can come back and get involved. We want to make sure that, and they may not be matched with UCF students in the platform. They may be matched with a student at Warren Easton Charter High School or at Lincoln University, but we want them to come back and mentor on a national level through the BSLS professional mentoring program. So please do share the word and buzz. And we'll be going in, like Elle said, every Friday and approving relationships. So if you have not been approved to be a mentee or a mentor yet, stand by for and know that every Friday we'll be going in to approve. We haven't yet set a time, but we're just going to say by the end of the business day, Pacific Standard Time. All right. Well, you all have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you again so much for tuning in. And again, if you have any questions after this webinar, or even after you review the resources within the Kronos platform database, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. There's also an area within the Kronos platform that you can also ask questions. One last thing, so we can also have this in recording, Elle, do you mind sharing your screen again so that when they're in the platform, if they need help and how they can go about sending us a question or anything within the platform?
Yep, definitely. One second.
We'll use the last several minutes we have so you all can be able to do that, because you can always reach out to me directly, but we want to keep it within the platform. You can also do that as well.
Yep, definitely. And so actually, I'm going to see you for this instead of myself.
And I want to actually take the little time we have to do one other thing since you're in the
Okay.
platform too.
Yep, definitely. So when you're in the platform, it's either contact administrator here or under help and support, there's also contact administrator. There's also this Q&A section. However, this isn't necessarily manned by administrators. I would say if there's a message you want to go directly to Anisha, that use these two contacts, because that's a private message that she'll receive an email versus this Q&A section. It is visible to everyone that's on the platform.
And so, and then my next thing was with the request, is that where you see in the top right, that's right next to where their
Mhm.
profile would be, is that's exactly where they get their mentoring requests.
Yes.
So if there were mentoring requests here, they would show up here and
Yes.
you can
And
see.
so mhm. Right now you have one accepted because you accepted as a mentor. And so you'll see any that are pending will be here accepted, and you'll always be able to see who declined and closed. Goes back to that soft no I was talking about, where it closes after 14 days if you do not respond.
Yes, so we're gonna make sure that those don't have a soft close. So we're
Yeah.
gonna make sure, but you all will always be alerted. Once they get a mentee request, and not only, it doesn't just go and stop here within this platform. You also should get an email with the email that you use to sign up for. You'll get an email, like even when you get approved in the platform, if you're not yet approved, you'll also get a notification that you've been approved, and you can now basically have access to the platform as you on the user end. You'll get a message for that, and you'll also get a message, if I'm not mistaken, right, when they get mentee request.
Yes, they will. Yep. And if
Okay,
you're not on the platform and someone sends a message, you would get an email within an hour of that message that was also sent if you're using the internal message platform.
perfect. All right, you all. I know I've said it quite a bit, but that just showed like I'm truly grateful. This program we've been working on for some time now. And so it's so exciting to see it come to fruition. We have so many programs that we're launching this year. So it's been a journey for us on the national level because we've been pushing out so much while still planning our 15th anniversary. But we can expect this year and years to come to be nothing short of amazing as we continuously get through this year, and we're excited. This is going to be a phenomenal year, 15 years. We hope that everyone is just as excited as all that what's to come for BSLS, and especially this new professional mentoring program that we've officially launched. All right. Happy Tuesday. We hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your week. And for those that are on moi, if you can remind your chapter that the mentee workshop will take place on Thursday. Um, Let me see if I can expeditiously find the time. Give me a second. I'll give more details. We will post more. And of course, on our social media team, we'll post more about the time and remind everyone of the link. But our mentee workshop is Thursday, February 23rd at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that's noon Eastern Standard Time. So don't forget, we're looking forward to having you all. And if for any reason someone has class or work at that time, while you can remind them that they can still go into the platform and they can still join as a mentee, and they can always watch the playback that they missed. So you don't have to attend this workshop in order to join the organization. Because I know a lot of people were sending some DMs to our social media team saying, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to join the workshop. Will I still be able to join this platform? The question is yes. This is really just an introductory to learn how to navigate the platform. It's not a prerequisite for your approval to join the platform. So hopefully no one is frantic about if they miss this, that they won't be able to participate in the program. You still will be able to participate. Absolutely. I'm going to type this for you. Our social media links, our Instagram is at official_BSLS. Our social media team, they post a lot there. We also do have a Twitter that is the same. Our Twitter and Instagram is the same. And we have a TikTok. We have not been as active, but on the TikTok, we will plan to be more active on that. I answered that for you through I answered that live, or I answered that for you. Hopefully you can see that response, Shalene, as far as what our social media links are. Actually, let me see if I can send you the direct link instead of just, hold on one second. I'm going to send you the direct link so you can easily find us. I tried to send it. I'm not sure if it's sent, but hopefully it did. Okay, I see it. It did send. That's a direct link to our BSLS social media page for you to be able to follow us. And that's also our Instagram. That's how you can locate us on Instagram and TikTok. We will be eventually posting more TikToks. We'll have some more if you are on TikTok. And then also we are on LinkedIn. And we also are on Facebook. And if you type in Big Sister, Little Sister mentoring program, we should come right up. And if you go to our website also have the links on the contact us page and also at the very bottom. So that's bigsisterlittlesister.org. We're also where you can find our other social links and pages. Thank you all so much for coming with the questions. You all kept us engaged. We thought we were going to end this within 30 minutes in, but you all definitely did keep us the entire time. And we're so grateful for that, because we were hoping that we were able to take up the full hour. So thank you so much for helping us take up that full hour by being engaged and interactive and asking us some really great questions. And don't forget this resource. We'll have this available for you on your profile under Chronos. So you'll be able to access that. And Shalene, if you have any more friends, coworker, family members who will be a great fit at mentoring, we hope that you're able to share us with them and keep this professional mentoring program alive and going strong. All right, we're right at 1:59. So you all enjoy the rest of your day. Awesome, Shalene. Thank you so much.
All right, that went well.